Hi, and welcome to Yoga with Julie. I've got a chair practice for you today. So please find a chair that isn't rolling and preferably doesn't have arms either. It could be a dining room chair, a folding chair, kitchen chair. Doesn't matter as long as you feel stable and secure as you sit on it. And I'm going to invite you to sit with your ankles under your knees and your shoulders over top of your hips. So no sitting like this and slumping. Okay, we're going to sit up nice and tall. Do a little rock from side to side because that is helpful to find your sits bone so that we're not rounding at the tailbone. Sit up tall. You can rest your hands wherever feels comfortable for you. And we're just going to close or soften our eyes briefly so we can tune in. How am I feeling today? So if I were to ask you, hey, how are you today? Instead of just automatically answering, I'm fine, thank you, what would your real answer be? It still might be fine. It might be, like a little ache in my shoulder today, or it could be, I'm feeling great today. Thank you for asking. What's real for you? And then you can go ahead and open your eyes when you're ready. And we're going to start to bring a little movement into the body in coordination with breath. So let's start with a cat-cow. So we inhale here. This is our mountain pose. As you exhale, just draw that belly in a little bit, not too tight. And let your back round towards the back of your chair. Your hands can go forward. And then on the inhale, let that belly fill right up. You can let your shoulders go back. Even your chin might lift a little bit and your eyes. Let that belly be full. On your next exhale, round your back again. So keep breathing. Inhale. We're practicing drawing the belly in and then letting it fill. We're also moving the spine. Let's come one more time into our cat. And then sit up nice and tall in your mountain pose again. So when I say tall, I don't mean arch your back and send your chest forward. We just learned that's a cow. We want to be a mountain, not a cow. Let's do a little side bending. So we're going to let the head go over to one side, but the shoulder can come up. So it's kind of a floppy side bend. You could even let your arm go long. So there's this contraction on the one side and then come back up. Let's go to the other side. So the back is soft here. Doesn't have to work hard. All of the lengthening and contracting is coming from these side waist muscles. You might even find it interesting to touch the sides. Maybe you can do a side bend with your hands on your waist. Feel those muscles moving. One more each way. And then let's come back to sit up tall again. We're going to take our arms to cross in front. And we're going to inhale, get nice and tall. On the exhale, draw the belly in and do a little twist to one side. You let your head go with it. Inhale, come back to center. Next exhale, we go to the other side. Let's do that again. So we're making the movements that the spine is made to make, but we're not being really rigid or forcing ourselves into anything that's beyond an easeful or an interesting range of motion right now. So no red hot pain, dizziness, tingles, anything like that. All right. Without looking at your hands, could you clasp them? And see if you can notice which thumb is on the top. And then you can go ahead and look down and confirm. And then we're going to take those arms forward in this clasp. That's on the inhale, and then back in towards us on the exhale. So you'll feel some movement of those shoulder blades. It's not just that the arms are lengthening, but the shoulder blades are moving because the arms are moving. Let's do one more this way. And then we're going to separate the hands, and without looking, clasp with the other thumb on top. It's going to feel weird probably. And then you can go ahead and look down, check. Yep, that worked. Okay. So this time we're going to start to go upwards. So inhaling up, exhaling down. And you might find that, your arms want to go really high and you're perfectly comfortable to do that. That's great. If your arms are not comfortable to do that, you could widen your feet a little bit here too to make a little more space. Then there's nothing wrong with keeping the arms lower. Maybe you have a shoulder injury you're dealing with. No problem. Make the practice work for you. Let's do one more up, one more down. And then we're going to separate our hands. You can bring your knees back in front of your hips again. Without looking at the hands, could you touch each fingertip to your thumb tip? Go forward and back. Keep going forward and back. And the next time your middle finger touches your thumb tip, stop there. We're going to bring those arms a little closer together. We can circle the wrists. And then let's go the other way with that circling. Awesome. We're going to take those fingers, reach them out, create some space, and then do some closing, open, close, and open, both at the same time. Good. Now let's let one hand rest, and the other, we're going to let it dangle down, then bend the elbow, and see if we can reach the back of that hand across your waist. See how far it goes. For some people, it'll go right across, and for others, it'll only move a little bit. There's no judgment around it. We're just noticing. And then come to about the middle of your back, or, ish. It's possible your hand doesn't come to the middle of your back. And just pretend you were doing up a zipper there. So the back of the hand is sliding up and down. Good. And then stop in the uppermost position that feels still, it's in a comfortable level, maybe a tiny bit of challenge, but not painful. And just notice where your fingers reach to on this side. And also notice this opening across the chest that we've got happening here. And then we're going to slide that hand back down to the waist, let it come out. Come down to your thigh and notice. Might be some sensations in that arm or in your torso. So what do you notice about that? And then we're going to switch to the other side. Arm dangles, bends, back of hand goes across the waist. Also, if you have a sore back, this can be, you can think of sending nice soothing sensations. The warmth of your hand can feel nice. And then come through the middle of your back-ish, middle of your waist, and then start to do the zipper. And you might find it's very different from one side to the other. Just be really curious about it. It's all exploration. And then the next time you come to your high point, the top of the zipper, you can stay there. Notice if it feels like it's about the same as the other side, or does the hand go a little higher or a little lower on this side. Stay here for another breath. And then we can let that hand slide down, back across, come out from behind, and comes to rest. And notice the sensations. So we've done some opening up of the chest, which is a great thing to do because a lot of times people are going around slumping, even if they don't have their elbows down on their thighs. They might be sitting watching TV like so, or sitting in the car driving like so, shortening up the chest, making it so we don't breathe well. None of these digestive or elimination organs can work optimally. So we intentionally inhale, sit up nice and tall. We did a little opening of the chest. Let's now have a little rest. You can close your eyes again if you'd like. Just soften your gaze. Tune in, notice how you're feeling. What would feel good right now for you? So you might be perfectly happy where you are. I feel like a forward fold would be a really nice addition to this practice. So let's inhale, get nice and tall. Exhale, zip the belly in, and we're going to take that long spine forward. So remember, I said long spine, not slumping. The hands can just slide along the legs. You can go about halfway and just do a tiny little tuck of the chin toward the chest. Keep breathing, keep lengthening that spine. So think about the elbows going closer to the hips. Notice if there's any kind of little arching of the low back. Could you soften that out? And then on your next inhale, let's press into the feet. Sit up nice and tall. And then let's bring our palms together to namaste. We're going to breathe 3 times together by inhaling through the nose and then sighing it out through the mouth. So on the side, just feel your shoulders release and everything. Just let go of tension. So let's inhale and exhale. Good. Do that 2 more times. Make it nice and long and as audible as you like. One more. Beautiful. Notice how you're feeling right now. Body, mind, heart, breath. Thank you so much for practicing today. The light within me sees and acknowledges the divine light within each of you. Namaste. Have a great day.